Hey guys, so this week we are going to be going over ethics and ethical public speaking. It's going to be a four-parter this week. I'm so sorry, guys. I tried to make it as small as I possibly could, but there's just too much material for me to like cover all in like 2 to 3 videos. So this one is going to be 4 videos. It's probably going to be about 5 to 7 minutes each for each video again. But I do want to relate a part of this part of that paying attention to ethics in this class as far as like oral communication and public speaking is going to go very, very far, especially when we're looking at informative speeches and we're looking at persuasive speeches. We need to really look at the like key elements of ethics and how we're going to use ethics and apply that to our speeches and our conversations. And so last night I actually went over the YouTube videos. This is also all on YouTube as well, by the way. So if you guys want the YouTube link, let me know. You just type in like Esberel and you can find it on YouTube, no problem. I noticed that the wording on the PowerPoints are actually really, really small. And so thankfully, like I have uploaded those for you guys so you guys can review. But also the volume. So I'm working on getting a mic right now so that you guys can hear me a little bit better. This webcam that I'm using, it's great. Like it allows like it's really good video quality. However, like the volume is something that I'm worried about. So I'm gonna work on getting a mic so that you guys can hear me a little bit better. If you guys have had any problems with any of the videos in the past, please let me know. And then I can try to work something out for you guys, or maybe give you like an outline of like what we actually talked about or something like that, or whatever would help. I know like I noticed that the volume was super low, so we'll work on that again. But like I said, it's going to be about a four-parter. I'm going to start off with ethics and ethical public speaking. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go over that. All right, so what does it mean to be right or wrong? Ethics and public speaking. Right, so we're going to go over some learning objectives, and these learning objectives are going to be you're going to be able to understand or you're going to be able to identify what is and what is not ethical public speaking. You'll be able to demonstrate ethics in public speaking through the practice of ethical decision making, and we're going to go over that in another video. You'll be able to determine aspects of ethicalities that can take place in public speaking, and we're going to go over that in another video as well. Okay, so first off, let's start off with what is ethics in public speaking? So, ethics is defined in your book as the branch of philosophy that deals with issues of right and wrong in human affairs. And so, when we are going to go over this, I'm going to give you an example. And the example is the ethics activity that I gave you guys before you started the videos. You were supposed to do an activity. Just a short little survey that you guys fill out, about 10 questions, and you just determine whether or not if something is ethical and what isn't ethical, and it's based on what is called ethical decision making, and we're going to go over that next. But essentially it's what you think is right and what you think is wrong. So in the list, I think like one of them was like stealing, like taking a wallet, or stealing a wallet that had no identification but the money was in it, and or one of them was killing Hitler. I think another one that might have stood out to you was praising Satan. Like all of the statements that I had put on there are all unethical. They're all wrong. Like all of them are wrong based on like what is right and what is wrong. Like that's it. If that's wrong, that's wrong. If that's right, that's right. Except for one, and it was praising Satan, right? It sounds super bad because we think of like religious factors, and if we are all thinking on the same like Judeo-Christian like model, or even in Islam, um, the devil is bad. Like, so we think ethically, like, that's wrong. Praising Satan is wrong. But it's actually ethically correct because we can't tell people what they can and cannot worship. Because if we do that, then it becomes like this dogmatic thing. And if somebody is Muslim and like a Christian is telling them that, like, you can't be Muslim and like practice Islam because Christianity is the only way. Like ethically, that's wrong. You can't tell someone what they can and cannot believe in, right? So all of the statements that I placed there were all wrong, except for praising Satan. And even though it sounds super bad, it's actually none of like anyone's business but theirs. So ethically, when it comes down to it, the only right one was praising Satan because of the religious choices that we're able to have. So ethics is essentially the distinguishing of right and wrong based in human affairs. Okay, so I'm going to pose a discussion post for you guys in this video, just to kind of get your thoughts on the activity and like how you felt about it, and then knowing the information that you know now and how that feels for you, and how you like kind of like reflect upon like what is ethics and how ethics is going to possibly make you think of things a little bit differently, and how it is going to affect you in public speaking. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here, and I'm going to stop sharing this. And like I said, just answer that discussion post, and then we're going to be moving on to the next video. Okay, and I believe it's ethical decision making. All right, so I will see you guys there.